Your thoughts?
What? What? Who?
Nice.
Here we go, 901. It's our daily show right here on RiverBender.com. Good morning and happy Tuesday on this 20th day of June, right here at the Riverbender building. Man, right off the bat, I got to tell all you guys about this real quick. So I told you about House of Bourbon a little bit yesterday and how I got the invite and took my dad up there to have this 5-course dinner and wine pairing. First time really eating there, and I've talked to Linda Pedersen and so many other people that just talk about how great House of Bourbon is. I knew how beautiful it was to begin with because I've already walked in the venue once. Well, all of a sudden we get there. Bernard couldn't have been nicer. House of Bourbon couldn't have been nicer. They sat us down. We had this excellent meal, the best lamb out there. And I'm telling you, I mean, the bread was just even phenomenal. I'm telling you what, I told Bernard before we left. I said, I hate to do this to you, but you realize that when my mom finds out about your flatbread pizza with that hummus base, it's on. And I'm telling you what, I think they found their next spot because House of Bourbon, it looks beautiful and, you know, just atmosphere. So a 5-course meal with some great wine paired with it and really just a great staff too. Bernard couldn't have been nicer, and House of Bourbon couldn't have been more courteous to myself and my dad. So a big shout out to them. If you haven't been out to House of Bourbon yet, head on up the road to Edwardsville. You can't miss it. It's a great, easy little drive, maybe 20, 30 minutes at most from here in Alton. And you're right there enjoying a great meal in a great setting. And what I like is that everyone, it seems like it's that community, gathering spot with that atmosphere. So for more information, check out House of Bourbon on their Facebook page. But yeah, really great Father's Day dinner, I would say. So at 9:03, we'll take you through what's happening around the Riverbend. It's also my time to tell you to sign up for your daily email update, and you'll never miss out. You can join myself and over 60,000 people each and every day of the work week with Around the Riverbend, right there in your inbox with national and statewide news with our partnerships with the Associated Press, plus your daily dose of local from your number one trusted source right here at RiverBender.com with local news, sports, and so much more. We'll take you to top of the hour news right now at 9:03 on this 20th day of June. Dan Brannon is our content director at RiverBender.com, and he's reporting the following. The Alton Police Department is investigating a shooting that occurred in the 1300th block of Highland Avenue in Alton. Alton Police Chief Jarrett Ford provided the following summary of what happened late Monday morning. A quote, at 12:53 a.m. on Sunday, June 18th, the Alton Police Department received a report of a large group of subjects creating a disturbance in the 1300th block of Highland Avenue in Alton. Approximately 1 minute later, we received notification from Alton Memorial Hospital that a subject with gunshot injuries had just arrived on the scene. Chief Ford said the preliminary investigation revealed that the subject was shot while in the 1300th block of Highland Avenue. A final quote from Chief Ford, his injuries are non-life-threatening. The investigation is ongoing at this time. Anyone with information is asked to call the Alton Police Department at 618-463-3505. Also in the news today from Dan Brannon, content director, a Louisiana, Missouri man is facing multiple charges after a stop by a deputy sheriff on Illinois Route 100 in Campsville at 2:04 p.m. Thursday, June the 8th. Here's the following details. The Calhoun County Sheriff's Office said subsequent to that investigation, the driver, Johnny L. Chapman, 38 years of age, of Louisiana, Missouri, was arrested for the following offenses: unlawful possession of dangerous weapon by a felon, driving while license suspended and operating uninsured. Chapman was arrested without incident and transported to the Greene County Jail. All suspects are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Also in the blotter news, from Golden Eagle, Calhoun County Sheriff's Office releasing the following at 4:05 p.m. on June 15th. Local law enforcement officials with the Calhoun County Sheriff's Office conducted a traffic stop on Golden Eagle Ferry Road in Golden Eagle in Calhoun County, and subsequent to that investigation, a passenger, Stacy L. Habermel, 49 years of age, of St. Charles, Missouri, was arrested for the following offenses: unlawful possession of methamphetamine, unlawful possession of drug paraphernalia. Habermel was arrested without incident and transported to the Jersey County Jail. And please note that all suspects are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. In lighter news today, Alton Police Chief Jarrett Ford recently recognized Officer Bill Reed for connecting in a special way with the children, announcing Reed had been, quote, caught in the act of doing something positive. The Alton Police Department believes in full transparency, especially when we catch one of our own in the act, Ford said on the department's Facebook page. It continues, as an agency, we believe in holding each other accountable. Going to your supervisor to report a fellow officer can be difficult, but absolutely necessary. The exact scenario recently unfolded as one of our officers caught a fellow officer in the act. The officer did exactly as he's supposed to do, and immediately reported his fellow officer's behavior to a supervisor. At that time, I believe it's important to bring this incident to light, although the officer would never want his behavior in the public eye. The quote continues, this past weekend, Officer Bill Reed and fellow officer Evan Zeller were requested to ensure the peace at a child custody matter. As Officer Reed awaited the arrival of Officer Zeller, he observed a group of children and a parent participating in a backyard book club. When Officer Zeller arrived, he spotted Officer Reed in the act of reading to the children. The quote continues, Officer Reed, thank you for taking the time to connect with the children. I know you don't want this public attention, but this type of community engagement deserves to be shared. You no doubt left a positive impression on those children and represented yourself and the department in a positive light at the same time. I'm so glad, Officer Zeller, you got caught in the act. Also in the news today from Sydney Sinks in Edwardsville, Home Instead Senior Care in Edwardsville is hosting an event to commemorate the longest day, a fundraiser sponsored by the Alzheimer's Association. Home Instead's longest day event will take place from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. tomorrow, Wednesday, June 21st, at the Main Street Community Center in Edwardsville. Many healthcare agencies will be there to provide information on dementia care and caregiver support. They will also be encouraging donations to the Alzheimer's Association, which is the leading organization on Alzheimer's disease care and research. A quote from Nikki Bishop, the owner of Edwardsville's Home Instead branch, I think the one thing that we are all hoping for is a cure. But in the meantime, it's being able to support each other with patience and compassion. The longest day takes place every year on June 21st, the summer solstice. According to the Alzheimer's Association website, the solstice is the day with the most light, and therefore a great day to, quote, fight the darkness of Alzheimer's. The fundraisers and events planned throughout the country to commemorate the longest day, and at the Home Instead event, healthcare professionals will answer questions about local services and offer support to caregivers. A vendor with Park Lane Jewelry will also be present. She plans to donate 50% of the day's proceeds to the Alzheimer's Association. Nikki Bishop hopes that the event will allow professional caregivers and people who have become caregivers for loved ones to, quote, educate themselves, take a little break, and be able to talk with other individuals that maybe are experiencing the same thing. And that's a quote from, my apologies, Camille Nod, a Home Instead worker who specializes in dementia care, added that the longest day event will hopefully increase awareness about the Alzheimer's disease. She continues, nobody wants to think of end-of-life care. Nobody wants to think that there might come a time when you don't remember what you did or who you were. Once we get to this point, there really aren't any solutions. There are no easy answers. It really does take a community. Bishop noted that Alzheimer's disease affects both the patient and the family, and she encouraged people to check in with caregivers and give them breaks when possible, while the association is working to find a cure. She hopes services like Home Instead can provide care and comfort for those in need. For more information about Home Instead in Edwardsville, you can find that on the bottom of the article today on the Riverbender website, and you can visit the Alzheimer Association website by clicking on all the hyperlinks that are attached to that amazing write-up to commemorate such an important day. Also in the news from Sydney Sinks, there's a new club on the block, and all the cool kids are there. Literally. On June the 14th, the indoor playroom, Leo's Clubhouse, had a very busy opening day with lots of excited kids and thankful guardians. We're a place where children and parents alike can come in and interact with other parents and other children and just get that socialization that they probably wouldn't get at other places besides the park. Owner Madison Messina said the playroom is geared towards kids from infancy to 7 or 8 years old, but any child is welcome. They offer open play sessions at $12 for one child and $8 for an additional child to be a part of the fun. The playroom can also be rented out for parties. Messina explained that there are a variety of toys, activities, and books. There is a gated infant section for children that are under 24 months old, and older kids might enjoy the train table, Lincoln Logs table, climbing toys, or the variety of kitchen and house play sets. The clubhouse also has a quiet room with sensory toys and a library, which has been a surprise hit. As word spreads about the clubhouse, Madison Messina hopes it will be a place where Alton residents can meet, socialize, and, of course, play. We just want the sense of security for everybody to feel like they're welcome. You just kind of out of their own bubble and meet new people, Messina said. I want it to have the sense of community and family. Now, Leo's Clubhouse is located at 235B East Center Drive in Alton, and more information is available on their website, and if you click on the Riverbender article, a hyperlink will take you to that information. And also, if you wanted to catch out my full conversation with Madison, you can do so at RiverBender.com/daily show. Also in the news today from Dan Brandon, those wanting a new convenience in downtown Wood River are about to receive their wish. Rob Linhart of Max acknowledged Monday morning that a new Max convenience store will open at 82 East Ferguson in Wood River by a projected mid to late August. To quote, "It used to be Rachel's Cafe," he said of the building where the new convenience store will be built. "It will be just like Max Convenience Store in downtown Alton. It will have the convenience store and gaming like Max in downtown Alton." Rob said that about 6 months ago, Wood River city officials announced that they were trying to fill vacancies in some of the empty downtown buildings, and he caught wind of it. Wood River Mayor Tom Stallcup said that Linhart family has been really good to work with. He hopes they feel the same about the city of Wood River. A final quote from Mayor Stallcup: "The nearest convenience store is blocks away on Edwardsville Road, CVS or Dollar Tree, and they will carry food and groceries. We are really looking forward to it. And Riverbender will keep you updated as Max Convenience Store opens in Ferguson." At 9:13, we'll take a quick break. East Alton Parks and Recreation, we get the lowdown, if you will, on the Country Hoedown that's taking place on June 29th. A lot of great conversation. Text to be a part of the show, and I'll see you right back here in just a few short minutes.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Munganast Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Munganast Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Munganast Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible. Covering auto, home, business, and life insurance, our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
Riverbender Radio has built 3 great new stations just for you in the Riverbend. The Eagle, the Riverbend's classic rock station. The Bridge, hit music for the Riverbend. And The River, today's country, and all your favorites. Check them out today at RiverBenderRadio.com.
Are you in the market for new flooring? Look no further than Ed Eagles Discount Carpet. Ed Eagles has an enormous inventory of carpet, tile, vinyl, and hardwood with professionally trained carpet installers that will treat your project and home with the utmost respect. Lowe's and Home Depot can't even compare. Our discounted prices regularly beat out the big box stores. Stop by today to have your new flooring ready for the holiday season. Ed Eagles, quality carpet, tile, vinyl, and hardwood at discount prices. Located on Humbert Road in Alton.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, Free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Lennox system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox, innovation never felt so good.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com. Happy Tuesday. How about that? It is 9:18 right here on this 20th day of June. We are here in the heart of the Riverbend at the Riverbender building, East Alton Park and Recreation. Country Hoedown. I am liking this. This is a new kind of unique thing, and I'm excited to talk about it. How are we doing this morning?
Doing great.
Good. Yeah.
Is it nice outside?
It's not too bad.
Nice.
Not too bad.
Well,
it's going to be a hot day. I like that.
I always tell people, I'm always in the basement. So by the time I get in right now, it's like 48 degrees, it seems like in the morning. And then when I leave, it's like 98 and I don't know what happened. So I always like to get a little update throughout the day. But this is fantastic. So on June 29th, this is a country hoedown for senior citizens, ages 55 and up, correct?
Correct.
And now how did this come about? How did you guys develop this idea?
Well, one of the things is that's what my job is. I've been working for over 20 years at the Parks and Rec Department, and one of my main goals always has been working with the senior citizens. I'm their coordinator. And so we always try to do special events for them for the holidays and this and that, but we said, okay, we've reached that point where we want to do more for our community. So one of the things we talked about doing is, hey, let's do something fun. And so we ended up deciding, let's do this country hoedown. Who wouldn't like something like that?
Well, that's what I was wondering. And right off the bat, were people jumping on this saying, yeah, we're going?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I host once a month, I host a breakfast club, and for them, free to the senior citizens in our community. And they get to come once a month and just kind of get together, have breakfast, and we talk about things that's going on in our community. And that was one of the things we brought up. How would you like something like this? Well, that was an overwhelming response.
That's so cool. And, not a lot of communities really have that over 55 age group. It seems like a lot of it's for kids. And I'm not picking on anybody. It's just, it's nice to know that this is there.
It's a very forgotten kind of population. People always, like you said, focus on that thing. But we're lucky that we have Robin, that's been her main focus. I've been involved in a lot of different communities up in like Chicago and other different areas. And we have, I think, the best senior programs that's because of Robin.
Well, there you go, Robin.
Thanks.
Well, and I mean, those are really important, though, you know, and with that, I mean, it creates more of a community engaging aspect where you have folks really wanting to be a part of the Park and Recreations Department and programs and go do these things. And now, how long have you been with the department creating these events?
Over 20 years I've been doing that. So,
Wow.
yeah.
So you know a thing or two, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. But I have some wonderful, wonderful seniors. We have new ones come and go. We have, you know, they're just the best group. This has always been my love and probably one of my most favorite things I get to do.
Absolutely. And, you know, Tyler, being at East Alton, you know, Parks and Rec, you know, you said you were in a couple other communities. Take us through, you know, how important it is to have this, you know, for all age groups and having these, you know, country hoedowns all the way down to the Park and Rec leagues.
Well, one of the things Robin mentioned, like our senior breakfast. So we have the local East Alton Middle School come in. Their student council comes in and serves food and stuff like that. Cool. So the seniors love to get that connection because they just want to interact and stuff like that. And like I said, some of them, that's their interaction for the whole week, those breakfasts or doing stuff like this. So the fact that we can provide that service that other communities that don't really think about too much, because it's not really, we don't do it to make money.
Right.
Like we
Wait, come on, you aren't making $1 million off of this, Tyler. Come on, man.
We even our breakfast club, we do that all free, and we fund half of that through a scholarship that we started, the Bob Angleton Scholarship, where half of it, or the fundraiser we had, half it went to the Bob Angleton Scholarship, the other half went to our senior programs. So thinking of other ways to fund that to keep it really low and very, I mean, it's more of like, hey, pay this little fee just for, we know you're coming.
Yeah, just to make sure, yeah. Well, and, you know, with working in different departments, what's it like coming down and working with Robin, you know, right off the bat and having that connecting piece?
Well, so the fun thing about me and Robin, so me and Robin's been neighbors for over 20 years.
No
and
way.
She actually I was the little kid pestering her all the time at the counter, like, can I have some candy kind of thing. So me and Robin, we have a really good connection. Yes. Along with our other staff, Lana, we've known each other for quite some time.
That's fantastic. And now let's circle back to the event really quick because this is really cool. So on June 29th, doors open at 5 p.m.
Correct.
And now help me with this because I always butcher everything, even though I get paid to talk for a living. Are we talking Murricue?
Murricue.
Oh,
yes.
Oh, yeah, that's a good start to a Tuesday.
Yes, it is.
So 5 p.m. doors open. And
actually, the doors open at 4 o'clock.
I lied. 4 o'clock, the doors open.
And we start eating at 5 o'clock.
That's what it is with Murricue. And take me through, so what are we having?
They are actually doing all our pulled pork for us, pulled pork sandwiches. They're cooking all that for us. We are going to take care of, because we both are certified in our food service, so we take care of the others. We'll have all the trimmings, which is going to be coleslaw, baked beans, potato salad, and all of it's homemade, and desserts.
And it's good stuff, too. I've heard nothing but great things about that. And now what band is going to be kicking things off?
It's the Silver Wing Band, and they actually are from the St. Charles area. We used to have a gentleman by the name of G. Maynard. He used to come and he sang for us. Unfortunately, he passed away about a year or so ago. And this lady and her group had played for him and actually reached out to us. And so they actually came at Christmas time, did a fantastic time. And so we're actually like, this is who we need to have come back.
Well, and talk about a perfect fitting for a country hoedown. What else would you want?
Exactly.
So what I like, too, is now the price of this. I'm looking and I'm going, because to me, I'm thinking $25, $30 to do this. You shouldn't take my advice because I'm always wrong anyway, but this is great. I was looking for $7.
Yeah, we're looking, and it ends up being, if you're an East Alton resident, you get it for $5.
Wow.
Riverbend, $7. And then anything outside of Riverbend is 10.
Well, and I like that you guys are opening it up for everybody outside, because there's not a lot of opportunities out there like this.
No.
And the reason why we have the different prices is because we want to cater to that local. Like, we want to get all those local.
Yeah.
And that's why we keep it pretty cheap.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Well, and I think it's good though, because it gives people a reason to really come in there and get to know you guys a little bit and kind of grow the East Alton Park and Recreation Army, a little bit more and more at these events. Yeah. And I got to ask you, throughout the night, is there something in particular you're looking forward to the most?
Oh, seeing them interact and get up, and we have some part-time kids that come in.
Oh, cool.
They will come in and they will work the evening, and it's sweet because they interact with the seniors, and seniors they just feed off of each other.
It goes back to what Tyler was just talking about, that interaction and just having that, maybe once a month, once a week, being able to communicate and kind of enjoy that company. I mean, you can't put a price tag on that.
I'm looking forward to the dancing.
Good answer.
People are going to be. They're going to be.
I'm looking forward to dressing up.
They're going to be wiggling. They will be wiggling.
With that being said, I got to pay some bills really quick. 9:25. Our conversation continues with East Alton Park and Recreation as we're talking Country Hoedown, as you guys see, June 29th, and we'll talk about some more things East Alton Park and Recreation Department related after a quick one in downtown Alton.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Munganast Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Munganast Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Munganast Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Lennox system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
Here, 9:28. Sorry, I had to, take a break, pay some bills a little bit, because we're having a great conversation. I love what you guys are doing at East Alton Park and Rec. I mean, you guys are working hard, and the fact of it is, you got the Country Hoedown like you guys see on the 29th, some other great programs, and a lot of great stuff happening at the Keasler Complex. Life's pretty good in your position.
We're baby steps. Baby steps. That's my big thing.
Well, and that's the way to look at it, is just to have that plan. Take it day by day, seeing what's going on. You were just out mowing the fields and getting it ready for games tonight.
Yeah, trying to, anyways. But that's the biggest thing. Our baseball fields are getting replaced after this ball season, and it can't come soon enough.
No, how are they replacing? Are they replacing dirt or turf?
No, we're gonna go turf, but
Wow.
We've had so much wear and tear over the years. We just need a lot of material, and we have a company, the same company that did Roxana's fields, are going to come in and help us out and make ours look a lot nicer, much needed.
And you won't have to, worry about mowing too much after that, huh?
Well, Mo and Lana takes care of all that mowing.
Oh, that's
stuff.
right.
Lana,
you were
Lana
just getting
takes
the
that.
fields ready.
But when it comes to getting the fields ready and getting all that stuff, we have 2 part-timers that come in that help out with that a lot. But it will be a lot faster.
I bet. And like I said, guys, we were talking about the Country Hoedown, which if you're over 55, this is a great event. Talk about a great opportunity to kind of get out, interact with some folks, and just have fun,
And forgot to say that they need to register at the Keasler Complex or Recreation Center. Call us and get registered.
And now I did see, if they don't register by Friday, they can still go to the event, but it's an additional $2, correct?
Yes, but they still need to call and let us know
that they're coming.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just so we can keep those numbers.
Yeah.
I'm glad I had you ask that question. Oh, goodness. Let's look at the text line here and see what trouble we caused before we move on down the conversation. Oh, from the 618, is alcohol allowed? No. There you go.
Nope.
Well, probably for the best.
Yeah. We don't get that license for any events that we do. It's just one of those things. It's more family friendly. That's just kind of what we've always done.
And now what I think is great about this is that you're just bringing all walks of life together with everything you do. And this, Hoedown is just kind of an extension of all the senior programs. And take me through, if you could, Robin, some of the other programs that you were talking about a little bit earlier with the breakfast that if folks want to be a part of, they can, because I think that's an amazing opportunity.
It's a free community breakfast. We have that for our 55 and plus. It's every last Wednesday of the month. You have to sign up and get RSVPs so we know how many. Mm-hmm. And so it's a time for them. We have breakfast, and then we have someone come in and talk to them about anything that's going on within our community to keep them informed. And then right now, BRIA, which is used to be Integrity down in Wood River Care Center, they come in, and right after we're done, if anybody wants to stay, they can stay, and they have a free bingo with them.
That is so cool. And now, I wanted to also ask, too, if it's okay, about the soapbox race.
Oh,
Can I mention that?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, because this is like a really big deal. And I know that we're still a couple of months away, but I was on your guys' site, and I am underselling this. The 28th annual.
28th.
That's pretty phenomenal.
It's evolved over the years. So I did it when I was a kid. My brother did when he was a kid. Shoot, that was when Robin was running it.
Oh my God.
So it's been around. It used to be back in the day, it was like people make their own cars.
Yeah.
Now we have local businesses sponsor. So if any other businesses that are out there that are interested in sponsoring a car or anything like that, you can always reach out and reach out to me at tlafferty at eastdaltonvillage.org if they are interested. Or any vendors that are interested. I know we've recently partnered with Kona Ice. That's been coming.
They are great.
They're moving. So the Kona Ice will be there this year, and then other vendors. We really want to keep hype it up this year and add more and more. Because I remember when I was a kid, we had a pitch machine, or what is it, a speed gun.
Speed gun.
Yeah. So we want to add different things.
Well, and that's what's really cool about this, because like you went to this as a kid, and it's those long-standing, like the expo for Alton here. It's everyone goes, but for this, I mean, hell, I think this is cool to add on more and keep growing it.
Yeah,
it is.
And now I hate to do this to you, boss man. He watches the show every once in a while. I think we have to do. I always sit. What I do is I bring somebody on to talk about something and promote it, and I'm the one that ends up buying. I want to sponsor one of these. I'm on here now. I mean,
we can make that happen.
I'm ready for one. A Daily Show soapbox car. $85 entry fee for the sponsorship.
Yeah,
correct.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's great. And for more information, you can go to eastdaltonvillage.org and just click on the events page and get some more information. How long does it take to put on something like that? Because that's a bigger event.
So
we've already started.
Yeah. So we've already got the signs already being remade with signage, stuff like that. So it starts. We have meetings throughout the year, but June's when we really start to start pushing different things.
Wow.
Sending out letters and reminders. Hey, are you still interested in being a sponsor from the previous ones? Then we really start pushing even harder when school kind of goes and kind of getting that going.
Now, how important is it too to really get into the school districts early, not even just for the soapbox, but for all your other programs? I'm sure it's crucial.
We're blessed.
We're very lucky compared to other parks, and especially me being from East Alton.
Mm-hmm.
I walk in, I already know a handful of the teachers that are still there from when I was there. And Mario, who's the superintendent of East Alton, so it's the middle school and grade school. Mm-hmm. I'm in the schools at least around once a week anyways.
Good.
So
I
it's
have a daughter
very
that's a teacher.
Yeah, so we're very it's a very small it's good when you're in that small community because you can capitalize on those friendships you already have, where you have hey, we have this coming up, and then it's come promote it here. We'll be at the Meet the Teacher night to promote our program, stuff like that.
You can't ask for anything better than that.
No, it definitely comes in handy to be close with the schools.
And now another thing I wanted to ask, because I do this with the City of Alton's Park and Rec department a lot, because my grandpa started soccer here in the 70s. I know that there's always a need for help in the fall for sports and for referees and umpires and officials. Are you guys looking for that yet? Or
I'll start looking for soccer officials probably in August.
Okay.
If anyone's interested, like I said, you can find my email on the Village of East Alton. You can reach out. And then myself, I've been a licensed official for going on, this will be my 14th year. So I do a free clinic. So even if you're not,
cool.
So I'll set that up. And then I haven't locked that date in yet. But even if you're just interested in kind of, hey, what is it really like to be an official? I do a whole free clinic for anyone that's interested in coming.
I got a question for you. Have you ever had to throw out anybody that you see the next day?
Oh, I'll tell you my favorite. It's not that my favorite reffing story, and this isn't long. I had a guy that said I was really bad in the morning. He told me how much he loved me, all this other stuff, and I was a teenager. I was maybe 16. I had a goofy hat, and it was cold. By the afternoon, I took off the hat, and he was like, "You're the best ref I ever had." Same coach, best ref I ever had. Blah blah blah, and then proceeded. And then as he's complimenting me, I put my hat back on, and then he realized. Yeah, he realized who I was, and then that was just kind of icing on the cake. But yeah, you definitely have to have thick skin.
That's fantastic. So one last time, just to put it on your calendar, September 9th, the 28th annual Soapbox Race for Fun event. The rain date September 10th, which is always good to throw out there. You can get information on eastaltonvillage.org. But let's circle back to this country hoedown, because I just love this. So the June 29th, you guys see it on the screen, from doors open at 4. Dinner starts at 5 until 8 p.m.
8 p.m. The band will play from 6 to 8. We'll have a few door prizes in there. Everybody loves door prizes, so that's something we always throw in there. But to see the energy and the help of the workers and everybody just having a really good time. I say this to every child that comes from the school to come over to help, or every new worker we have. The first thing I'll say is, have you ever done this before? And if they say no, I say, oh, this is going to be your favorite. This is going to be your favorite thing you do. And it is. Every one of them says this. They are, because our seniors are just wonderful people.
Well, and that's the thing. It's all about the invaluable piece to me is that connection. You know, that story that you're going to tell your kids or grandkids after, you know, in 20 years, 30 years about these events. And then, you know, in the next year, coming back and doing it all over again and just enjoying each other's company.
Exactly.
And, you know, one last thing before I let you guys go. Robin, in the 20 years, right, that you were doing this, how does it evolve? Because I know that, you know, recreation programs hit their peaks and their valleys, but how has East Alton's evolved through the years?
It actually has. Before I started doing working there, I did day camps for Girl Scouts. I was PTA. I did all these things. I worked. All 6 of my children went to the East Alton School District, so we're just involved in a lot of things. So over the years, and then getting a job there and working there and doing the programs I love, because I also did youth programs and I did with seniors, but seniors was always my favorite. Having that opportunity and using my skills I've had before. I love to design. I love to make things. I love to decorate. I love to shop. So to be able to do all these things for our seniors, it just has gotten better. When COVID hit, that was a little bit of we had to stop seeing them. So I would make little bags and drive to their house and put them on the outside of their house every month. At the same time, we'd have our breakfast club, just so we kept connected with them with a little snack and a little note, just to make sure we kept in contact with them.
Well, and, you know, that's a huge thing, because when all this COVID, you know, was going on the first time, that's the first thing I said in St. Louis radio was, I feel bad for the elders that are, you know, by themselves, have nobody. And on the other side of the coin is the kids that needed school as their escape. So, I mean, with you doing that, just to bring that meal and just saying, hey, or that snack, hey, I still think about you, and I'm looking forward to talking with you when this is over with. I mean, that you can't ask for anything more from your community park program.
Missed them so much, and they missed me, and coming back together. And we did lose some people during that time, but to see them start rejuvenating, and we've went from 30 to 60 in a year and a half.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely been going back up.
Yes, exactly.
That's incredible.
Yeah, and that's our group just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So, yeah,
wow.
It's a great group.
So you guys were talking about food safety earlier, and it leads me into my next point. But for more information, how can people get in touch with you guys about upcoming events, maybe being a part of it, volunteering? What's the best way?
One of the best ways, I think, is follow us on Facebook. So the Village of All, I post
very active.
Yeah, me and Robin both post quite often on there. Like we just posted last week about the hoedown.
Yeah.
That's how I saw it.
Yeah. So it's one of those things. Always follow that. And then I think that's probably the best way. If you ever have any questions, the best way to probably reach us, you can call and leave a voicemail, and then I'll get back to you, or by email. Email is probably the best way.
Well, and that's great to highlight to folks too, because I know that this is why I love doing the show, because sometimes people, it's hard to get back to. Well, when you're a team of two, sometimes it takes a little bit to get to that
team of three.
Oh yeah, three. Sorry.
Lana's out mowing
Sorry.
right now. But
I was thinking of. I keep considering Robin retired, so I said
no.
She yes or no?
Well, you know what's funny? Every time I have someone on the show, my favorite quote ever was, "I'm retired, but now I just work for free."
That's about what it feels like.
But it's all for a great mission, and it really just one of the coolest things that we could talk about was something like this, and that's why I really appreciate your time. However, you said food handler. Brings me to my next point. Got your food safety certification, all that good stuff?
Yep.
If you don't have one out there, call Linda Pedersen. She's the Safe Food Specialist, safefoodspecialist.com. Linda Pedersen joins me on the first Friday of every month for Food for Thought. We talk about food safety in segments at Ford Hotel Supply. I didn't know. I thought maybe this, when Linda and I started talking, guys, I said maybe a month. We'll see if we can get one segment, good one out. 6 months later, we're still going strong.
Good.
And,
good.
30 minutes on storage containers last time, but this time it's a little bit different. We're talking about gloves next week, so I hope you guys join me for that one. And if you guys got to take Linda's upcoming classes, which you will need if you're serving food, safefoodspecialist.com. And for more information on the great Village of East Alton Park and Recreation Department, eastaltonvillage.org, or just go over to their Facebook page where it's updated all the time. Guys, thank you so much for your time today, and
thank you.
We'll have to talk again soon.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Without a doubt. 9:41 on this 20th day of June. We'll take a quick break. We come back and wrap up the 9 after this.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Munganass Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Munganass Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Munganass Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible. Covering auto, home, business, and life insurance, our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
Riverbender Radio has built 3 great new stations just for you in the Riverbend. The Eagle, the Riverbend's classic rock station. The Bridge, hit music for the Riverbend. And The River, today's country, and all your favorites. Check them out today at RiverBenderRadio.com.
Are you in the market for new flooring? Look no further than Ed Eagles Discount Carpet. Ed Eagles has an enormous inventory of carpet, tile, vinyl, and hardwood with professionally trained carpet installers that will treat your project and home with the utmost respect. Lowe's and Home Depot can't even compare. Our discounted prices regularly beat out the big box stores. Stop by today to have your new flooring ready for the holiday season. Ed Eagles, quality carpet, tile, vinyl, and hardwood at discount prices, located on Humbert Road in Alton.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Linux system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
The devil's on his way. 13 months old baby. Looking best.
9:46. Hey, you download the Roku TV Riverbender app yet? If you haven't, what are you doing? I mean, you got a Roku TV. I know you do. I'm almost like 90% positive you got a Roku TV. I'm not a good gambler, so I might lose that bet. But if you do have one, why don't you download the Riverbender app on that bad boy, and you can watch me live on your television 9 to 11 or 24 hours on demand. Or you watch the city council meetings, all the local sports we cover here, so much of that and more right there on the big screen. Hey, it's a day circled on the calendar for the Alton baseball program, and that date was circled for last Sunday afternoon for the 6th annual AHS alumni baseball game held over there at Lloyd Hopkins Field. Now, the game pitted the even year alums against the odd years, and for the 5th consecutive time, it was the even year team that took victory by a score of 8-5. Come on, odd year team. I was gonna put some spreads out on this one. 8-5, the even year team won, but the game was able to be played out through full 9 innings after a short stoppage because of some heavier rainfall earlier in the day. But the game, much less about the score, is just for fun and maybe some bragging rights along the way. But where are my odd year teammates at? I didn't play on the baseball team, but I graduated in an odd year. So, next year, I'm out there for you. It's also, the game's also about sharing unique memories, such as Jordan Bodenbach's Inside the Park home run, or Drake and Mikey Hampton facing one another on the mound and at the plate. Now that I would have seen. The game, largely organized by 2003 graduate Joe Roderick, is something celebrated each year by the returning players and their families. Now, there was a large crowd on hand to watch the game. The first time it had been held on Father's Day. Many alums had their kids at the game and were watched on by their own dads, and that's a unique way to celebrate the day. Riverbender was out there and got some amazing shots of the alumni game. And you know what's cool, seriously, about this is, taking a stroll down memory lane. And for me, I'm, only graduated 6 years ago, but, it's still cool to see, some of the names that I saw, playing back, when I was in high school there, and then looking back at even older names, of folks that played in the 90s and played in the, it's just fantastic. So to see so many people coming together for this, fantastic, a great venue at Lloyd Hopkins Field. And, honestly, I was surprised too. Speaking of Lloyd Hopkins Field, the last couple of, times I've been there, I kept hearing, I kept seeing this turf. And my question's always been, because I ask weird questions, is, how does the turf affect the roll of a ball? And it's a true roll. I have not seen that ball kicked but maybe one time since I've been at Lloyd Hopkins Field this year. One time. So that turf does play true, and hopefully it plays true to a next year, odd year graduation team winning. Hey, after a 3-year hiatus due to the COVID precautions, the Three Rivers Project of Sierra Club, Illinois, proud to announce the revival of the Urban Farm Tour. It's happening on Sunday, June 25th, and community members are invited to participate in the self-guided tour between 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. at sustainable and edible gardens, farms, and yards across the Riverbend region. Now, you can RSVP by visiting The link attached to the press release on RiverBender.com. And here's a quote from Christine Favilla, co-coordinator of the Three Rivers Project of Sierra Club. The Urban Farm Tour is a great opportunity for neighbors to meet each other and see firsthand how community members are transforming their yards into sustainable and edible gardens, yards, and farms. Urban farm tourists can expect to view a variety of vegetables, herbs, flowers, and fruit, maybe even some chickens. This event might inspire you to transform your own yard from an upkeep-intensive lawn to a backyard oasis that provides fresh produce, attracts the pollinators that keep our ecosystem thriving, and protects our environment. Urban areas tend to be centers for energy consumption and are often prone to an increased number of climate events, food sustainability issues, and pollution. Urban agriculture, from sprawling urban farms and greenhouses to small backyard gardens, have many environmental, economic, and social benefits. Now, not only can urban farms provide fresh and healthy produce, well, they can also improve air quality, reduce runoff associated with the heavy rainfall, and attract pollinators that positively impact conservation efforts throughout the Riverbend region and the region as a whole. Community members are welcome to attend the Urban Farm Tour on Sunday, June the 25th, and can register to attend by clicking on the sign-up link that's attached to that brand spanking new press release on RiverBender.com right there at the top of the page. Registrants will receive a map of the self-guided tour upon registration, and the tour will feature 6 urban gardens, farms, and community gardens. Tourists will be greeted by a guide at each location to answer questions about the farm. And I just think this is going to be a great event, and it's so cool to do these things. You know, like I just had on Jenny Mueller with the St. Louis Water Garden Society, which this weekend, John, you watching yet? This weekend, the Pondorama, St. Louis Water Garden Society Pondorama Garden Tour is taking place. And those things, to me personally, are so cool. I mean, to be able to go through, and not just, those, I hate to say it, but, those really heavily constructed water gardens that were made by machine and all. I think those are nice, and they're commercialized, and they look beautiful, and we need those. But to see somebody that had this idea and they just looked at their backyard, like, an artist looks at a canvas and they go, you know what? I'm going to put a waterfall here. I'm going to put a pond over there. Now, we all say that stuff, and let's be honest, every one of us has said a little water feature wouldn't be too bad. And if you say you haven't said that, I want to find you because you're lying to me. Anyway, with that being said, I mean, for somebody to, go, I'm going to put this waterfall here. I'm going to put this pond here. I'm going to put all these koi fish in here. I'm going to add these tropical plants. I'm going to do all that stuff. I mean, takes a lot of time, but also takes skill. And to go see somebody's work of art that they created from their vision and their vision alone is can't miss. So while you're touring the Urban Farm Tour on Sunday, June 25th, I am going to invite you to go check out the Pondorama Tour too and do it like a hand-in-hand thing. Maybe the 24th, you go to Pondorama. The 25th, you're over here checking out the Urban Farm Tour. There is so much green space to explore right here in the 618, and you can do it with this Urban Farm Tour and with Pondorama. For more information on both things, just go ahead and head over to RiverBender.com/events, and you're good to go. Speaking of events, I know we're in the weird part of summer, even though it's not, is it officially summer yet? I don't know. Well, we're in that part of spring, summer. That, well, things are starting to slow up a little bit. I noticed the yard sales are coming back a bit. The estate sales pulling back a little bit. That's because, well, it's the end of June. We know how things get, and it's kind of that lull period before the fun and the calm before the storm, before school starts back up again in August. But if you have a yard sale, if you have an estate sale, if you have any item that you want to sell, you can do it for free. F-R-E-E. Yes, I learned how to spell last night on RiverBender.com. All you do is go to the classified section. You put it in. Now, hey, we can take it a step further. You want to put a feature behind that and let, pretty much the entire Madison County area see it. You can do that. That option's available for you. We'd appreciate it. But just to put your classified listing on, put your yard sale up there, put your estate sale, all of that's free. Just like if you have an event, it's free to put it on our events page. What I like about it, and no matter what anybody tries to tell you, a lot of companies out there that have events pages bury events that aren't paid for. And it's something that I think's terrible. I've said it for years. I'll keep saying it. I was in St. Louis talking about how bad Facebook events are. I've been talking about how awful it is to Google. Go ahead and Google a local event. They're going to take you way over across the river, and you'll never find something happening in Alton. The reason for that is because you have conglomerates that, pretty much own the SEO space when it comes to events, and they kind of bury the little guys like us that have really great things going on. Well, with Riverbender events, here's what I like. It's not buried. Let's say I'm having a C4 energy drink tasting, at 2 o'clock this afternoon. So what I would do is go over to RiverBender.com events, click on 2 o'clock today, put my event in, and guess what? Everyone's going to see that at 2 o'clock today, we're having that event, no matter if you paid for it, no matter if you didn't. It doesn't matter. RiverBender.com is there for you, and that's why I'm so glad to be a part of this platform, and that's why I'm excited to tell you about all the added benefits of creating that free RiverBender.com account. You can't miss out on this opportunity. If you haven't created one yet, it is free. There are a lot of opportunities that await you on our site, so I hope you join me right there on RiverBender.com, but I also wanted to fill you in on a little programming update. Last night, I don't know what happened. It was about 9:30-ish, I had just a ton of Facebook posts going on my wall about the upcoming downtown Alton public safety meeting that's happening today at 2 p.m. at City Hall. And there was folks saying they weren't notified, that they were at such and such as establishment, and the owner of that establishment wasn't notified. And listen, I'm not going to go through the weeds and see if somebody got an email or a letter. I am not that good of being a private investigator, and trust me, I've worked with private investigators before in Austin. They aren't that good to begin with anyway. So all I can tell you is this. What we're going to do is just to kind of make sure we're all up to date, we're all in the know, around 10:15 or 10:20, whenever we're done with news at 10 o'clock, I'm going to replay that just because it is important. And Alderwoman Allen had some fantastic things to say, and some really great points to me made too. Now, I will say this: I'm going to wait to see what this meeting calls for. I'm going to wait to see what the reactions are. But I do have a thought on this, and you'll hear it tomorrow. But let's wait and see what the community talks about today. So RiverBender.com will be bringing you that downtown Alton public safety meeting live on Riverbender today at 2 p.m. It'll be on from 2 to 3 p.m. It's just the open forum where you guys can see it. I know that a lot of you are working and you're going, I can't make it at 2 p.m. Riverbender's here for you. We worked hard on that. We're going to play that for you at 2 p.m. live from City Hall. So if you can't be there in person, you can at least follow along, because transparency is important, especially when it becomes almost a crisis in a way for downtown Alton. They want your opinions. They want your insights. RiverBender.com brings you the downtown Alton public safety meeting at 2 p.m. today. But at around 10:15, I'll bring you that replay of our conversation with Alderwoman Allen yesterday. And you know what? Before I take a break too, kudos to so many city officials, whether it's East Alton, Godfrey, Wood River, Alton, you name it, Grafton, Jerseyville. We've had so many public officials on this show, and to me, that's two things. Number one, I'm very glad that people trust this show and know I'm not going to, play gotcha Howard Stern radio or, you name it. Because I was listening to a radio show this morning and I almost puked. It was just like, how can you really force your opinion down everyone's throat? I've never been like that. And I hope that you guys, always, it's one of those things where, to me, my opinion really doesn't matter because it's called our daily show, R. And so when you have these folks coming in that are alderwomen and aldermen and mayors of towns and villages, all those things are highly important. And I think it's really big for the show, but it's also big for the growth of our community. So a big shout out to all the city elected officials, village elected officials, and just employees of departments that are coming on and giving us their insights, because it helps us grow together. So once again, the public safety meeting being live streamed at 2 p.m. on RiverBender.com. It's the 20th day of June. It's our daily show, and I'm CJ Nasello. We'll take a quick break, rolling up on 10 o'clock in downtown Alton, and coming back with top of the hour news and a replay of our conversation with Alderwoman Allen after this.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Munganast Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Munganast Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Munganast Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible. Covering auto, home, business, and life insurance, our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
Riverbender Radio has built 3 great new stations just for you in the Riverbend. The Eagle, the Riverbend's classic rock station. The Bridge, hit music for the Riverbend. And The River, today's country, and all your favorites. Check them out today at RiverBenderRadio.com.
Are you in the market for new flooring? Look no further than Ed Eagles Discount Carpet. Ed Eagles has an enormous inventory of carpet, tile, vinyl, and hardwood with professionally trained carpet installers that will treat your project and home with the utmost respect. Lowe's and Home Depot can't even compare. Our discounted prices regularly beat out the big box stores. Stop by today to have your new flooring ready for the holiday season. Ed Eagles, quality carpet, tile, vinyl, and hardwood at discount prices, located on Humbert Road in Alton.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Lennox system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox, innovation never felt so good.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
I kissed her and she kissed me, like the fella once said, ain't that a kick in the head? The room was completely black. I hugged her and she hugged back. Like the sailor.
Oh, I just love that song. 10:04 right here on this 20th day of June. I am CJ Nasello. It's Our Daily Show on RiverBender.com. And before I take you to top of the hour news, we got a lot of busy shows coming up. We're talking 4 and 5 guests for the rest of the week. Going to be talking to Steve Ewing and so many more people about upcoming events. And that's why I love being here. You know, collaborating with the events and the news and really being able to put on an okay show. Hey, sign up for your daily email update and get the latest news. And don't miss out on our top stories and need-to-know news every day in your inbox with Around the River Bend at 7:30 a.m. Just put your email address in that Get the Latest News box, hit sign up, good to go. We'll take you to Alton first. The Alton Police Department is investigating a shooting that occurred Sunday in the 1300th block of Highland Avenue in Alton. Alton Police Chief Jarrett Ford provided the following summary of what occurred. A quote, at 12:53 a.m. on Sunday, June 18th, the Alton Police Department received a report of a large group of subjects creating a disturbance in the 1300th block of Highland Avenue in Alton. Approximately 1 minute later, we received notification from Alton Memorial Hospital that a subject with gunshot injuries had just arrived at the hospital. Chief Ford said that the preliminary investigation revealed that the subject was shot while in the 1300th block of Highland Avenue and, a quote, his injuries are non-life-threatening. The investigation is ongoing at this time. The final quote from Chief Ford. Anyone with information is asked to call the Alton Police Department at 618-463-3505. Also in the news today, caught in the act, Alton Police Chief Jarrett Ford has recently recognized Officer Bill Reed for connecting in a special way with children, announcing Reed had been, quote, caught in the act for doing something positive. I'll take you through an excerpt of the Facebook post that went viral just a few days ago. An exact scenario recently unfolded as one of our officers caught a fellow officer in the act. The officer did exactly as he's supposed to do and immediately reported his fellow officer's behavior to a supervisor. At this time, I believe it is important to bring this incident to light, although the officer would never want his behavior spotlighted in the public eye. This past weekend, Officer Bill Reed and fellow officer Evan Zeller were requested to ensure the peace at a child custody matter. As Officer Reed awaited the arrival of Officer Zeller, he observed a group of children and parent participating in a backyard book club. When Officer Zeller arrived, he spotted Officer Reed in the act of reading to the children. A quote, Officer Reed, thank you for taking the time to connect with the children. I know you don't want this public attention, but this type of community engagement deserves to be shared. You no doubt left a positive impression on those children and represented yourself and the department in a positive light at the same time. I'm so glad Officer Zeller caught you in the act. Also in the news today, and more serious news, at 4:05 p.m. on June the 15th, law enforcement officials with the Calhoun County Sheriff's Office conducted a traffic stop at Golden Eagle Ferry Road in Calhoun County, and subsequent to that investigation, a passenger of that vehicle, Stacy L. Habermill, 49 years of age, of St. Charles, Missouri, was arrested and charged for the following offenses: unlawful possession of methamphetamine and unlawful possession of drug paraphernalia. Habermill was arrested without incident and transported to the Jersey County Jail. Please note, all suspects are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Also in the news today, race down the Illinois River on a homemade raft Saturday, July the 8th during the annual Great Illinois River Raft Race, which takes off once again along the Hardin Riverfront. 2 race rafts and a kayak race will highlight a full day of river-focused activities starting at 3 p.m. and ending at midnight. The raft races featuring 2 separate classes of homemade rafts begin at 4 p.m. Entry fees are $20 per person before July the 8th and $30 the day of the race. Registration is ongoing through July 8th, and participants should register at IllinoisRiverRaftRace.com. That's IllinoisRiverRaftRace.com. Now, the fun includes a bags competition, a kayak raffle, a basket drop, live music, bounce houses, food, beer garden, vendors, and games. There will also be a fireworks show taking place at dark. The event is free and open to the public. There are 2 different classes of raft races. One is for homemade rafts with a 1 to 6 person team, and the second features homemade rafts with teams up to 2. Kayak race on the river precedes the raft races, starting at 3 p.m. Race participants must be 18 years or older and sign a waiver. Rules and regulations will be provided to the racers, and winners will receive a cash prize. There are also prizes for wraps in a variety of different categories. For more information, you can email patrick.k.simon13@gmail.com or call 618-535-1715. Also in the news today in Madison, GCS Credit Union employees have once again joined together to raise $1,130 in the month of May to benefit Madison Senior High School Band through their Smile for Jeans program. The Smile for Jeans program is funded by GCS Credit Union employees who make monthly monetary donations out of their own pockets for local organizations. By donating $15 or more to a specific organization, GCS employees, are able to wear jeans and tennis shoes on Fridays and Saturdays during that month. Nothing gets better than seeing a smile on an organization's face when GCS Credit Union presents them with a jeans donation check. GCS Credit Union's 2023 Smile for Jeans program focuses on supporting local communities that they work and play and live in, and during the month of May, GCS employees proudly raised that $1,130 for the Madison Senior High School Band. GCS Credit Union is sending smiles across the world. The Madison Senior High School Band students are traveling internationally this summer to make music in Europe. For the event Make Music in Europe 2023, the students will play in London, Switzerland, Germany, France, Paris, the United Kingdom, Crans-Montana, Austria, Salzburg, and Rottenburg. Bernard Long does a fantastic job leading these students to help support the Madison Senior High School Band. You can reach out to Mr. Long directly, bernard.long@madisonCUSD12.org. Couple of bits of news left for you. The Illinois Department of Juvenile Justice will host employment screening events for its juvenile justice specialist intern positions, and this is taking place with positions full-time, year-round shift work, and more. There are job openings at the following Illinois youth centers: in Chicago, Warrenville, and St. Charles, in Grafton, and in Harrisburg. The position has a starting salary of $54,648, and interested applicants must attend an upcoming required screening event to be considered. The upcoming screening events take place at Alton Mental Health Center Auditorium here locally in Alton at 4500 College Avenue, July 13th, August 17th, and September 21st. All screenings begin at 8 a.m. and they last 4 to 6 hours. Applicants should wear comfortable attire for physical agility testing and must complete an online application prior to arrival. A copy of the applicant's driver's license, birth certificate, college transcript if applicable, and select service number if applicable should be brought to the screening. Now, candidates must be at least 21 years of age and have a valid driver's license and be eligible to work in the United States. Candidates without a bachelor's degree must have a high school diploma or an equivalent and 2 or more years of experience providing direct care to youth in the form of residential care, coaching, case management, or mentoring. For more information, you can look up idjj.illinois.gov/careers. One final bit of news and positive news. It's a day that's been circled on the calendar for the Alton High School baseball program, and that date was marked for Sunday, June the 18th. Sunday afternoon was the 6th annual AHS alumni baseball game that was held over at the Lloyd Hopkins Field. The game pitted the even-year alums against the odd years, and for the 5th consecutive time, it was the even-year team that took the victory by a score of 8-5. The game was able to be played out through the full 9 innings after a short stoppage because of some heavier rainfall. The game, much less about the score and maybe just for some bragging rights, but it was also about sharing some unique memories, such as Jordan Bodenbach's inside the park home run or Drake and Mikey Hampton facing one another on the mound and at the plate. The game, largely organized by 2003 graduate Joe Roderick, is something celebrated each year by returning players and their families. There was a large crowd on hand to watch this game, and the first time it had ever been held on Father's Day. Many alums had their kids at the game or were watched on by their own dads. And what's a unique way to celebrate the occasion. As we wrap up this newscast at 10:14 on this beautiful 20th day of June, it is going to be warm out there today. Right now it sits at 79 degrees, but it feels like 88 degrees. We got some hazy sunshine all day long, unhealthy air quality for sensitive groups. That air alert is still out for the St. Louis area and will be until 8 p.m. tonight. Tonight it will be clear to partly cloudy, with temperatures reaching 90 degrees today and dropping into the high 60s overnight. Throughout the week, we're looking at upper 80s to up to low 90s, with lows right around 60 to 65 each night, and a chance of precipitation minimal at best. But right now, like I said, it's 79 degrees. Wow, it jumped already. Right now at 10:15, it feels like 88. It is bright and sunny in downtown Alton from the RiverBender building. That's a look at what's happening around the River Bend. We'll take a quick break. Betsy Allen, we replay that conversation ahead of the downtown Alton Public Safety meeting in just a few moments. And it's not, and I wanted to make sure before we moved any further when I replay this, I just want people to be informed, because what I can't stand is when somebody that has no idea, literally no clue, has never been a part of city government or any type of committee or ever even worked on a project with anybody, sees a letter and then they go, oh, no one knows about it. And to me, I think that's just a joke. I'm sorry. People knew about this, and I want to make sure that we all talk about it. We all know, because to have the mayor, the chief of police, Alderwoman Allen, today at 2 p.m. at City Hall to hear these concerns, well, instead of griping that you might not have heard about it, number one, check your email and your mailbox, and number two, then go to the meeting or watch online. So what we're going to do is I'm going to replay that conversation with Betsy Allen and get some more insights, and just fill us all in again as that conversation happens at 2 p.m. today, either at City Hall or on RiverBender.com. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back with that conversation with Alderwoman Allen after this quick one.
The I Love the 90s tour is back, featuring Vanilla Ice, Rob Bates, All for One, and Tag Team. It's the return of the I Love the 90s tour, Friday, August 4th, the Alton Amphitheater. Tickets on sale now at MetroTix.com.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because when you feel totally protected, you can enjoy the dreams you've worked so hard to achieve. Save up to 27% when you bundle home, auto, and life. American Family Insurance.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
Are you in the market for new flooring? Look no further than Ed Eagles Discount Carpet. Ed Eagles has an enormous inventory of carpet, tile, vinyl, and hardwood with professionally trained carpet installers that will treat your project and home with the utmost respect. Lowe's and Home Depot can't even compare. Our discounted prices regularly beat out the big box stores. Stop by today to have your new flooring ready for the holiday season. Ed Eagles, quality carpet, tile, vinyl, and hardwood at discount prices, located on Humbert Road in Alton.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
Welcome back to Our Daily Show. Here's CJ. You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com. My apologies for that extended commercial break, but it is 9:34 right here on this 19th day of June. It is a Monday in downtown Alton. It's Our Daily Show on RiverBender.com. Happy Monday if you're just tuning in. Tomorrow, June the 20th, at Alton City Hall at City Council Chambers from 2 to 3 p.m., there's going to be a discussion regarding downtown Alton public safety. This meeting, and Alderwoman Betsy Allen sending out a letter just a few days ago. We have Alderwoman Allen on the line now. How are we doing this morning?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
And thank you for coming on the show. I know that you're busy and keeping up with city business and your constituents, so we greatly appreciate this. If you could, detail us what brought this meeting to light and what we're going to be discussing tomorrow at 2 p.m.
Okay. Yes, we have concerns from residents and also from business owners about things that are going on in downtown Alton after probably about 11 o'clock on Friday and Saturday evenings. The weekdays, there's no problem up until about 10:30. On the weekends, no problem. And what we're starting to see is there's a lot of loitering going on. People are coming, just hanging out in the streets. They're not necessarily, from what I'm understanding from downtown bar owners, they're not really their customers. And the standing around in the streets, some drinking going on, and cars, coolers, is causing really a disturbance. Hearing things about vandalism, theft from the porches of residents that are near downtown, domestic quarrels. So fights. Anyway, so that's what we're going to talk about. As I mentioned, the bar owners that I spoke to agree that there is a problem. What we're not sure about is, as they're saying, these aren't necessarily our patrons. Yes, they come in, they use our bathrooms, but they're not buying anything from the bars. So that's kind of where we are on that.
Well, and that's a great point too. And I mean, I'm honest about things. I'm, in downtown on the weekends, whether or not it's after, a River Dragons game or just getting together, working on an upcoming project for, whether it's the show or upcoming events. But, I have noticed that and just talking with, local bar owners and restaurant owners, it seems like, and I'm not going to, name names here, throw anybody under the bus, but it seems like there's always, the common theme is that their understanding is they think it's coming from one place in particular. Are you hearing something like that? Because to me, it seems like it's spread all across, 3rd Street and Bell Street on those Friday and Saturday nights.
Yeah, I don't know that it is coming from one place in particular. I think because there are no places down there that I don't think that are having any problems inside their businesses. So the problem is outside. So it's hard to, pinpoint that which establishment that is exactly coming from. But so I'm not sure. That's what we're going to learn about at tomorrow's meeting.
Absolutely. Sorry. Don't let me cut you off.
Yeah, no, it's okay. So I think that the Chief Ford has offered some suggestions to work with businesses, and he's encouraging business owners to take some more responsibility, as his letter indicates, for the environment. Possibly having an earlier closing time. We've got 7 downtown liquor licenses that sell till 3 a.m. So that's going to be part of the discussion. Increasing security, possibly lighting. And these are a lot of these things, though, I think the city might be able to help with. And a lot of the parking lots and the streets down there are public property. So they aren't necessarily the parking lots. I know there's a lot of problem there on 3rd in the parking lot that business owners can't really do anything about because it's owned by the city. So I don't know.
Well, and I can tell you from experience, just from where the building's located and where the studio is, it does become an issue. And it's not because of the traffic. It's just because of the attitude of the patrons, it seems like. And it just seems like, we had an individual here that works every evening at 4 a.m. and felt, a little unsafe to come into work. And, that is an issue. And I wanted to ask you about some of these things that are being discussed and brought to the table. And if you've had a chance to really get some insight from the constituents in your ward about these. I know that there's talks about an install or an increase in these quality safety cameras. Has that been something that's been talked about quite a bit?
Well, I know that those are in the works. I'm not exactly sure of the status on the cameras, but the police department has done some major financial investment in increasing the number of cameras downtown. Also, I've heard about license plate readers. They're supplementing the officers, the patrols, and so the residents are grateful for that. And one thing, I do get complaints from residents, but I do say, did you call the police? And I don't necessarily always call. And if there aren't calls made, it's hard to do anything after the fact. So I do encourage residents and business owners to please call the police, because the police are very supportive of the downtown businesses and residents. They want the same thing, that we're all kind of working towards a common goal. So just need to coordinate our efforts.
Absolutely. And I know that you're busy and I don't want to take up too much of your time. So if you could, in this hour, is this going to be more of, a Q&A or more of an open session where we're going to hear some of these suggestions and be able to, state our opinion on them?
Yes, I think so. I believe that, the meeting will be, it will be sort of an open discussion that I expect that the mayor and the police chief Ford will lead. And I will be in attendance. I am also asking, it's at 2 p.m. So clearly a lot of people might not be able to come. I would love any input or additional information from folks, and I can share that at the meeting as well.
And Alderwoman Allen Riverbender will be out there to cover it, so we can disseminate what was talked about and make sure that we can all, stay up to date on this. And one final question for you, and I really appreciate it, just to break the ice a little bit more and break the fourth wall. I texted Alderwoman Allen at about, the afternoon yesterday, and for you to, pick up and just come on the show the next day means a lot. And, with that being said, with all the, bar owners that, for decades, like a Max, like, a Cat Daddy's and all these establishments that have, kind of done things the best that they could do and always seem to, follow those rules. What's your advice? What's your thoughts for somebody in that industry? And I know you're quite familiar with it. That's, having to pick up the slack or having to kind of step up a little bit more for, maybe whether it's some establishment not picking up the slack or just the number of people. What's your message to them as we're discussing this tomorrow?
Well, I just think that they need to speak up. And as you point out, when I look at the 7 licenses that are downtown, most of these folks have been down there for a very long time. We're talking 30 plus years, and we've never had these problems before. So maybe they will be able to advise what's changed downtown, or what's happened in the last 4 or 5 years that's causing these problems, because they've all been down there for a long time and we haven't had this trouble before. So be interested to hear what they say and try to learn from them.
Absolutely. And Alderwoman Allen, is there anything else I'm forgetting about this public safety informational meeting tomorrow at 2 p.m. at City Hall?
I don't think so. No, I don't. I'm sure just in addition to that meeting, we also have a Ward 1 meeting that is held on the third Wednesday of each month. It's at 6:30 p.m. And we've got quite a few people who come, residents and business owners, just to discuss things that are going on in the First Ward. And I'm sure that this will be discussed again that evening as well. So I don't know. I'll just have to keep you up to date.
And please do. I really appreciate, your insights on this and contributing to the conversation and talking about it on the show this morning. All I know is I better get out a map because I just moved right into that weird, is it Ward 1 or Ward 2? So I don't know if you're my alderwoman or if Carolyn McAfee is. So I'll figure that out soon.
Okay. Please do. Please do. And call me anytime. I'm happy to talk. I think that's what sort of really something that's missing from Alton is just conversation. Yep. and everybody sort of talking. We just have to all work together to make things better.
Not to cut you off, but that's a great point. It seems like, when I was growing up and my grandpa was in the Optimist Club and running soccer and, we had all these, it seemed like the conversations were a lot more, and we didn't agree on everything, but there was at least a common, a common foundation where we all kind of knew where we were, starting our journey with, and we all kind of had in that same, back pocket of the mind. And it seems like it's kind of going away. So you doing things like this and having these Ward 1 meetings and all these other informational meetings that you're attending and presenting to us, I really think it helps that. And I really appreciate your time.
Thank you. Well, I appreciate it too. That's what I felt like. I was trying to make changes and saying this is what's wrong in Alton, and then I realized I'm like, I barely even know a lot of my neighbors, so that's why we started these meetings, just to get to know each other. And what I'm finding is that everyone's sort of saying the same thing, so that's helpful.
Without a doubt. And just one last thing, because I keep telling you this, but does it seem like it's always the same common item, whether it's public safety or roads, but it's just a different way to get there? Have you kind of experienced that yet with talking to some of those constituents?
Yes, I have. I mean, I'm just hearing about roads, code enforcement, homelessness is an issue, and yeah, I agree with you. The list, I hate to make the list too long, because what's also really important is what I'm finding is how much everyone loves this town. So I think everybody's just working to make sure that we remain safe and that Alton stays, the city we love and improves.
Without a doubt. And Alderwoman Allen, thank you so much for your time today. We'll have to talk again soon, and keep me updated on any and all updates with Ward 1 and the city. I really appreciate your time.
Okay, will do. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great rest of your Monday. At 9:47, We'll take a quick break on this Monday morning in the heart of the Riverbend. Our daily show rolls on after this. Dive into a world of breathtaking water gardens and features during Pondorama, hosted by the St. Louis Water Garden Society, now in its 23rd year. This self-guided tour features 23 water gardens spread across the St. Louis area with a variety of themes, styles, and designs to explore. From cascading waterfalls to colorful koi ponds, there's something for everybody at Pondorama. Don't miss out on this incredible experience on June 24th and June 25th. Get your Pondorama tickets now online or by scanning this code.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
Riverbender Radio has built 3 great new stations just for you in the Riverbend. The Eagle, the Riverbend's classic rock station. The Bridge, hit music for the Riverbend. And The River, today's country, and all your favorites. Check them out today at RiverBender.com.
Is it time to buy, sell, or even time to consider a short sale of your property? Meet Lisa Webb, owner of 3rd Street Realty. This local, women-owned, family-operated realty group has over a decade of experience in foreclosures, first-time home buying, and so much more. 3rd Street Realty prides themselves on holding your hand through the entire process. Let their expertise guide you to your dream home. Visit 3rdstrealty.com and start your journey with Lisa Webb today.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Time to recognize some stupid people at 10:35 on this 20th day of June. It's our All-Star Award on Our Daily Show right here on RiverBender.com. Where do we start? I got sent about 15 stories. I've narrowed it down to 7. Why don't we start off with this? Police have hunted down a velociraptor that was stolen, taken outside of South Dakota Arts and Science Center. Now, Sioux Falls Police Sergeant Aaron Benson said on Friday that security officers spotted 3 people carrying the statue away from the Washington Pavilion and called police just after midnight. Surveillance video then helped the officers track the statue to a nearby apartment. Local affiliates reported when opening the door, detectives could clearly see the velociraptor was sitting right inside, and Mom and Dad aren't going to be too happy. Police detained 3 suspects on charges of grand theft. Benson said one 18 years old, another 19 years old, and the third is grounded because they're a juvenile. Fortunately, the statue was not damaged, stated Madeline Grogan, the pavilion's director of education. The statue and many other dinosaur representations as part of the Dinosaurs in the Wild exhibition at the Washington Pavilion Science Center. The organization did not provide any information on the size or weight of the statue, but scientists are telling us that velociraptors in real life, millions of years ago, were about 6 feet long, weighed about 100 pounds. Kind of like me. There you go. Busted big time. There you go. A women's soccer game in Ireland was briefly interrupted the other day when a toddler decided he could do a better job. Ran onto the field, stole the corner flag, and was off to the races. The game between the Cork City Women and Dublin's DLR Waves in Fermoy was stopped around the 44th minute when a curious toddler pulled up the corner flag and went for a journey. I'm going to try to find that video to see if I can get this thing going. Here we go. I'm going to take you to it now. We are on the scene of this toddler deciding that this corner flag's his. There you go. You can see him in the corner right there waving it around. Just a pro soccer game going on, but it's my flag, my time to shine. There you go. Let's see. The team followed the post with a video clip showing the young fan waving that stolen flag around before running off and being relieved of the pilfered corner marker. Cork City ended up winning that game, and, the only thing people cared about in that game was the kid. Alrighty. I love a good headline. Police are searching for a ram on the lam in Maine. So listen to this. The police in Maine are on a hunt of a lifetime for a ram on the lam that has managed to evade capture for several days. The Cape Elizabeth Police Department said in their Facebook post that the ram escaped, quote, several days ago. I love that time frame. While being temporarily relocated from Richmond Island to the mainland to graze. Well, here's what happened. The ram was spotted in the Crescent Beach State parking lot on Sunday, hitching a ride, made its way to the Broad Cove neighborhood, where residents reported spotting it multiple times over the course of several hours. Final quote from police: the officer of the owner of the ram is asking the public to not chase him, report the location and direction of travel to the police department so this guy can just get his ram back. He's on the lam. I just love that. What about this? Librarians in Illinois were surprised when a book was returned by a anonymous patron and was found to be 43 years overdue. The Moons of Jupiter by Margaret Wetterer, hopefully, was returned to the after-hours drop box because someone was too scared to face the librarian in the face. Librarians attempted to check the book back in, discovered, well, the book was due a couple of days ago, couple thousand days ago, back on January 19th of 1980. What were you doing on January 19th of 1980? Take a book? Because I'm pretty sure that they want their book back. Well, let's see here. More on this. Based on the fine schedule from 1980, the patron would actually, get this, owe $316 in overdue fees. I think that's affordable, personally. So, but since the library has been fine-free since 2020, they aren't charged, and the officials said they don't know who returned the book or originally checked it out, as their current record system doesn't go that far back, but just keep the book. I mean, I've never understood that. And maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just, kind of the grouch today, but it's like, why a book? Is that really the thing that's, if the only thing that I had hanging over my head was a past due library book, I'd be talking to St. Peter tomorrow and going in the pearly gates. I mean, but for somebody to be that, kind of guilty over a library book from 1980, I wish I could have lived your life. I mean, seriously, we're talking, that's saint-like behavior. What about this? So I'm going to try to take you to this now. I might get in trouble for playing this. I'll ask for forgiveness later. So this is local coverage of what I believe is the best neighborhood discrepancy in a long time. So this is local affiliates in Dayton, Ohio, okay? I'm not going to play sound for copyright reasons. I'll just detail it for you. This is what's causing a ruckus in the neighborhoods. It's a woman refusing to take down her 10-foot tall statue of a werewolf. Here you go now. She's pointing up. It's so big you can't see the darn thing. Look at the teeth on this. So that's what's causing the public to stir up and go crazy. The woman said she's not taking it down. She has taken it a step further, going to local affiliates and telling them it ain't happening. An Ohio woman says there are no plans to remove a nearly 10-foot tall werewolf statue from her yard, despite getting that warning from the city. Mary Simmons of Dayton, Ohio, said she bought the 9.5-foot werewolf as a Halloween decoration last year and decided to leave it up all year. Did you decide that? Did you really decide that? Or did you just say, I don't want to take that thing down and put it in my attic, so it's staying up? I'm going with option B here. Well, let's continue here. Simmons has been dressing the wolf in various costumes to represent seasons and holidays. So, I mean, the thought's there. We're going to get a big Hawaiian shirt and maybe some sunglasses for the summer, she said. The werewolf, which Simmons has dubbed Paul, has his own Facebook page with 2,000 followers. The city said that they have no plans to further enforce the werewolf's removal at this time, as they got a lot bigger fish to fry, but Simmons says she plans to keep filling her yard, and she has taken measures to ensure his presence is safe for neighbors. One final bit for you today. Okay, I don't know if I could do this one. A team of Connecticut, not a lot going on up there, so it makes sense. A team of Connecticut high schoolers danced because they wanted to for nearly 16 miles in a conga line to break a world record and raise money for an adult daycare center. Now, I like this. The Conga for All event was organized by the Greenwich High School junior Omar Gala, and it saw gala, lead a conga line for 64 laps around the track at the school's Cardinal Stadium. The students danced for nearly 16 miles to break the Guinness World Record for longest distance dancing a conga line. I'm telling you, I need to apply for one of these world records. The Greenwich attempt is now being submitted for official recognition, but the event raised, get this is why I'm talking about it, ended on a lighter note today. The event raised $8,500 for the River House Adult Daycare Center by the end of the 64th lap, with fundraising efforts still ongoing, still raising money. So in a world of all-stars, sometimes it just takes a group of high schoolers and a conga line to make you realize that everything will be okay. 1044 on this 20th day of June. Lisa Webb and 3rd Street Realty on the show tomorrow. I cannot say enough great things about Lisa Webb. She's my saving grace, and I mean that. So as I've taken you guys through my home buying process, we've gone through the gauntlet. We've hit the peaks. We've definitely hit the valleys. And now we just had to hit that signature right there on the dotted line so we can ruin the neighborhood. Lisa Webb and 3rd Street Realty have been not only my realtor, but my advocate for the last few weeks. And I cannot say anything higher than what I just said. I mean, seriously, my advocate. It is so nice knowing that I'm not going through this alone, because I got a lot of irons in the fire, okay, with the show, with events going on, with other ventures within Riverbender and other things I do around the community. So it's hard for me to stay focused, especially just off the bat. Me staying focused without anything going on is a struggle. With added events and added items, gets a little bit more crazy. But with Lisa Webb's expertise, and I mean this, it took literally all the stress in the world off of my shoulders. About the first week, I don't know if you guys could see on the show, I was a little like this, and I didn't know what to do and how to take a breath. I had a conversation with Lisa Webb that changed everything, and everything else has gone swimmingly. We got some things in the appraisal that need to be kind of shored up a bit, but we're heading to close. And I'm telling you what, I am ready for this. I was able to get him part of that Madison County First-Time Homebuyers Program, Deb Higgins and Flat Branch Home Loans, really stepping up to the plate for me. And then, of course, the one and only Lisa Webb and 3rd Street Realty have been guiding me throughout the process. And I'm telling you what, no matter if, it's this house, 3 houses from now, a mansion, a beach house in Timbuktu, Lisa Webb and 3rd Street Realty will be my realtor to sell those properties and to help me find another one, because they are not only experts, but they put your family first. They asked me what I wanted to do with this house. I thought that was a unique question. They said, Lisa goes, well, what's your goals here? I said, it's the perfect location. I'm right next to grandparents. My grandma's right down the road, 5 minutes away. My parents are 7 minutes down the road. I'm right in the thick of it. I'm 4 minutes away from Riverbender. I need this house. Well, all of a sudden, she goes, perfect. Then let's move forward. If this is what you want, this market's a little tight, we'll figure it out. Well, I'm telling you what, we're ready to roll, and Lisa Webb can help you. So whether you're a first-time home buyer, whether you're buying your house for the 40th time or selling yours for the 800th time, give 3rd Street Realty a call and a look, because their educational material is very great too. If you're in that uncomfortable position of short selling or maybe even a foreclosure, Lisa Webb handles those too. And I'm telling you what, they will help you and help you more than you would ever think possible. If you head over to 3rdstrealty.com, you'll get your journey started today, whether or not you're buying, selling, or foreclosing. The woman-owned but family-operated team at 3rd Street Realty is there for you. 3rdstrealty.com. That is 3rdstrealty.com. And hang out with Lisa Webb and I tomorrow at 9:20 for 3rd on 3rd. Dive into a world of breathtaking water gardens and features during Pondorama, hosted by the St. Louis Water Garden Society, now in its 23rd year. This self-guided tour features 23 water gardens spread across the St. Louis area with a variety of themes, styles, and designs to explore. From cascading waterfalls to colorful koi ponds, there's something for everybody at Pondorama. Don't miss out on this incredible experience on June 24th and June 25th. Get your Pondorama tickets now online or by scanning this code.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
Riverbender Radio has built 3 great new stations just for you in the Riverbend. The Eagle, the Riverbend's classic rock station. The Bridge, hit music for the Riverbend. And The River, today's country, and all your favorites. Check them out today at RiverBender.com.
Is it time to buy, sell, or even time to consider a short sale of your property? Meet Lisa Webb, owner of 3rd Street Realty. This local, women-owned, family-operated realty group has over a decade of experience in foreclosures, first-time home buying, and so much more. 3rd Street Realty prides themselves on holding your hand through the entire process. Let their expertise guide you to your dream home. Visit 3rdstrealty.com and start your journey with Lisa Webb today.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
It's not unusual to be sad with anyone, but if I ever find that you've changed at any time, it's not unusual to find that I'm in love with you.
10:50, 10 minutes left until we're taking you into Wednesday right here on RiverBender.com. Hey, it's Our Daily Show. CJ Nasello, good morning if you're just tuning in. If you haven't watched before, where have you been? We keep growing, and I'm telling you what, it is so cool to see because every month you guys think you're tough on the text line. I'm pretty tough on myself, so I always want to get better. I always want to add new components to the show, and we're getting there. We're really creeping closer and closer, and, Jared on the team doing some great stuff that I think this video he's working on next will be very good for you guys, and I know you'll enjoy it. And, have a new reporter, too, in Sydney. I mean, we have a great team that's just rocking and rolling, and, it makes it so much easier for me to do this show, and that's why I know at the beginning of each month when I go look at last month's numbers, they keep growing. And it's, whether or not you're sharing interviews and you're watching that way, or if you're watching the full show. Appreciate that, too. We're going to start adding more to the full show. We're ready for it, and I know that you're ready for the events happening this week in downtown Alton and throughout the Riverbend region. Epic Sandwich Week continues, if I can get my, fix-it in. And that takes place all throughout participating restaurants throughout the region. VBS Twists and Turns at Calvary Baptist took place today. Mad Science at East Alton Library takes place in 9 minutes. You better hurry. And then what about this? East Alton Farmers Market taking place at 3 p.m. Jersey County Farmers and Artisans Market taking place at 4 p.m. today. So East Alton Farmers Market at 3 p.m. at Eastgate Plaza today, this afternoon. Jersey County Farmers and Artisans Market taking place at 4 p.m. this afternoon at the Jerseyville City Center Plaza. Unboxed, Exploring Stress and Healthy Relationships takes place at 6 p.m. this evening at the YWCA of Southwestern Illinois, right here in Alton. Coming up tomorrow, Wednesday, at Joe's Pizza and Pasta, you better find a spot quick because Linda Pedersen's Certified Food Manager class and exam begins at 9 a.m. Get ready for 8 hours of learning with your safe food specialist. Epic Sandwich Week continues. Tomorrow, it starts at 7 a.m., runs throughout the day at participating restaurants. VBS Twists and Turns continues tomorrow, Wednesday, June 21st at 9 a.m. at Calvary Baptist Church. Teen DIY Project at the East Alton Library. Now, this takes place at 11 a.m. tomorrow. It's the Affirmation Mirror Project at the East Alton Library at 11 a.m., perfect for teenagers and the preteens in your life. You can head on over to Celebrate Recovery Alton at 4:30 p.m. tomorrow, Wednesday, and Celebrate Open Meeting. That will be tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. Then at 6:30 p.m. at Celebrate Recovery in Alton. Celebrate Recovery Alton's meeting takes place at 6:30. Flipside Live at the 2023 Civic Park Concert Series takes place at 6:30 p.m. at Civic Park in Granite City. and braiding sweetgrass. A conversation with Robin Wall Kimmerer is taking place at 7 p.m. My apologies if I butchered that last name. At 7 p.m. at the Hainer Public Library District in Alton. Coming up on Thursday, we'll get through the last of these. VBS Twists and Turns continues at Calvary Baptist at 9 a.m. Epic Sandwich Week continues. And hey, summer reading, story time, 11 a.m. at East Alton Library, the Village of Brighton's. Farmers Market takes place on Thursday at Schneider Park in Brighton. Maryville Farmers Market takes place at Furman's Park in Maryville Thursday at 5 p.m. GRCS Summer Performances taking place at Central Park in Bethalto at 7 p.m. on Thursday. Grafton, Music in the Park, taking place at 7 p.m. in Grafton at Grove Park. And one of my favorite events, Night Market on Broadway, taking place in that beautiful green space between Jacoby Art Center and Germania, all throughout that little wedge portion, the Wedge District. It's a great event, and I know so many will enjoy. We'll give you Fridays, too, now that we're on them. Nothing too important, nothing too major yet. The Epic Sandwich Week continuing, Lavender U Pick in Edwardsville, St. Andrew's Summer Book Fair, Courage and Grace Painting Party at the East Alton Library at 6 p.m. as of now, but more details and events will be added when I get upstairs today. And then we'll give you the Saturday and Sunday events coming up throughout the week. You know, I just want to give you guys a big shout out and really just thank you for letting me do this. I was thinking the other day because I'm going to use this. Did Lisa Webb hold your hand through the entire buying process? The answer is yes. Really has. Yeah, I mean, really has. It's made it so easy for me, and she'll hold your hand too at thirdstrealty.com. But, you know, a big shout out to all of you, because when I started this show, we're creeping up on a year already. A year and hundreds of interviews, hundreds of conversations. And, you know, I had someone go, well, you know, I see that your interviews get more views. Well, yeah, it's an interview show. I haven't added the other components yet to really bring this to life and kick it off, but we're coming up on a year. And I have a thing or two up my sleeve that I think will be a great fitting way to celebrate a year, because I have the best job in the world. I get to come in here at 7 o'clock, sometimes 6:45 if I get up, you know, and actually get out of bed. I walk in here, I get to look up all these things that pertain to the area. I get to go on Roku TV. I get to go on the RiverBender platform, which is expansive, and even before I was here, I wanted to be a part of it, and I mean that. Before I was even here in St. Louis radio, I said, this is a place I want to come. And I'm telling you what, from the staff and the coworkers I have to the support system here, to a great boss in John. I mean, it's just fantastic. I can sit there and go, I just did my show. I got all these projects, but if I go into the boss's door and knock, and he goes, what now? And I go, hey, boss, I got to go I got to stop by Flat Branch real quick and take care of this house stuff. Go for it. Whatever you got to do, come back later. And that's what I love. I love the fact that this company's really just a family that's providing you your daily dose of local from your number one trusted source. And I'm really excited to be a part of this team and hit that 1 year mark, because after a year, little bit easier. After 2 years, you're there for a while. So let's get to year one first, and then we'll focus on year two, and then all the fun we're going to have for a pretty long time, because after 2, it's definitely more than true. Hey, coming up tomorrow, we got a lot of great conversations. We're going to be talking to Lisa Webb and 3rd Street Realty for Third on Third for your real estate education. And then we're going to be talking to Jesse with Edwardsville Unity. Now, Jesse's been on this show before, and we kind of hinted at Unity Fest, which is taking place in September. But, big but on this, there's already some exciting news about Edwardsville Unity, some great programs, some great events they're doing leading up to Unity Fest in Edwardsville. Plus, we get insights as that is already being developed in front of our eyes, and this is a big shaboozy of an event. We get all the details on that and ways we can be a part of it if you want to be a vendor, all that good stuff. Taking care of it for you. You know, that's why I like this show. I ask the questions that you don't want to type out in a Facebook message. You're welcome. You know, and coming up also tomorrow, some more great conversations, including ours with Challenge Unlimited and Stephanie Schrage. I am really excited to talk to Challenge Unlimited and get their insights and get their reactions on just really a fantastic organization that I'm so happy is right here in the 618. And then coming up on Thursday, we're going to be talking to Amoria Gray, Steve Ewing, and Tom Emery, another great line of shows. I'm trying to get Lacey McDonald on, I think either tomorrow or Thursday, too. I think that would round it out pretty well, and I hope you're happy with it. But I'm happy with the way this show turned out today, and I want to give you one last call to action. Seriously. If you cannot be at the Downtown Alton Public Safety Forum and you are a resident in the city of Alton, go to RiverBender.com at 2 o'clock today. This is important, because these decisions directly affect you, and your voice has every right and needs to be heard from local bar owners, establishment owners, and local government officials. But until then, we'll recap it tomorrow, Wednesday, live at 9 when our daily show kicks off again, and I'm right back here in this chair. But until then, enjoy your family, enjoy the warm, hot, humid weather, and just enjoy the 618. I'll see you tomorrow. On that note, have a great day, and try your best to stay out of jail.